What's the best way for me to transport my equipment from gig to gig? Hi, I'm Bill. This is Creative License, and thanks again for being a part of the Dog and Pony Show that I put on every week. And for my sponsors who help keep this going, people like Electro Voice, Promo Only, DJ Event Planner, Disc Jockey News, Perfect Portals, and of course, my workshop, the Entertainment Experience. So, what is the best way to transport your equipment? It really depends, really. And I hate that answer, but it really is true. There's a couple things you want to consider. Not what's a better container to get your gig stuff from here to there, because you can do it a lot of different ways, right? You can have somebody else bring it and come back and get it. You can rent stuff, so you never have to worry about whether or not it's there or whether or not it works. You could put it in the back of your truck, in the back of a hatchback or an SUV, depending on how much equipment you need. And nowadays, the equipment is smaller and smaller every day. You can buy a trailer that hooks up and you take it off. All of those things work. What comes down to is what is most convenient for you to be able to provide for them, and to be sure that all of your stuff is safe. They can be safe. I know people that like do a truck or a van, which is fine. I had a buddy who did that for years. But he never unloaded his rig, right? It was always in the back of the van. No matter where he went, every morning after the gigs were done, all week long, he'd be driving around everywhere. And everything, his business was in the back of that van. Until he was in an accident and banged up a lot of that stuff and broke it. Another person was robbed. He had his car stolen. He got his car back, but it was empty when he got it back. Same thing had happened though with people with trailers. Okay, so it's easier to get a trailer off a hitch, probably. But I don't know. I use a trailer. But where you park it, how you park it, what you do, no matter where you go, you have to find ways to help prevent that kind of theft. And if you get stolen from once, it feels like the worst thing that could have ever happened. And you should have been ready. But if you've done 100 gigs and you got stolen from once, you're doing pretty good, right? And the odds are that you're not going to be. There are things you can do, though, that will raise the risk of you being stolen from. Here's one: wrapping your logo around your vehicle or your trailer. Why not just put a sign on it that says, if you're going to steal anything in the parking lot, this one's got thousands of dollars worth of gear in it. Take that one, right? Or that trailer. There's a lot of things you could go away with, but that you could take home, hide in a garage, and sell all the gear in front of, and not have to look inside, because that says you have a lot of stuff that's more expensive. So, as good as it is for my ego to maybe wrap my car with my logo, or get a really cool license plate that says DJ Bill, Music Express, or something towards your logo, something that looks like a DJ license plate. Once again, why advertise what you do? Because not only could you get stolen from, but if you get one drunk guy at the bar or at the gig that you didn't play a song for, and he's up mad and he's leaving drunk, but he sees the car of the dealer, or rather of the DJ, whose car is he going to go and puncture a tire or key his name into because he's drunk and stupid? Why make yourself a target? Now, you have a big fleet of cars, and probably the amount of the amount of times that sort of thing might happen is really low. So the advertising you get out of advertising your business on the side of your vehicle outweighs it. I completely get that. I really do. But as a single op, do I really want people to know what I do by looking at my car and then seeing my office empty when I go into the dentist's office, an office on wheels that they could pick up and put me out of business? I don't really want that. So how do you do this? Do it the way you feel most comfortable. And most comfortable might have to do with how worried you are that you might get stolen from. That's what I'm thinking about right now. It's not every little problem, but that's what I got in my head right now. Thanks for joining me. This is Bill. This is Creative License, and I'll see you next week.